Hi everybody, this is Ingi. This is early morning here in Australia. So I share with you guys a card that I picked for you. The Star. The Star is a card of healing. In the deck, if you're familiar with tarot cards, you know the deck is divided into major and minors, and the major kind of cards, there's 22 of them. They speak of the major things in your life, but sometimes you won't know it until some time has passed. You might be in this energy without even realizing it, but in the deck this card shows up after the Tower, and the Tower is a card of disruption, and it often really triggers people emotionally, and they act out of character, or they do something stupid because they're so emotional and angry, and they're often enraged. But it's also just painful things that happen that have been incredibly painful. It's a very dark card. And then the card that follows is the Star, then it's the Moon, then it's the Sun. So it's like the light is getting brighter, from the star to the Moon to the Sun. So this speaks of the beginning of a healing journey, and it often speaks of healing the inner child. So the Tower, for example, if you go back to the Tower, that can only trigger you where you have weaknesses, and those weaknesses were often created in childhood through neglect, abandonment, just painful memories that everyone has to some extent. But running away from those more painful feelings or painful memories can create a lot of blockages in us. And when the Tower then disrupts our lives, it's usually to reveal those weaknesses, something that really frightens you, and you can't stop thinking about it, and it fills you with fear until you just can't handle it anymore, and it comes out in some kind of way. That actually happens so that you can heal. And when that healing process starts, that's when you're in the star, the star energy. And also when people have some kind of reckoning that something was difficult, that maybe they didn't want to even acknowledge, maybe they just were in denial that something even happened that were really difficult and painful. Maybe they were just like, I can't even deal with that, it's too painful. But when the Star shows up, then it's been some kind of reckoning, some kind of realization to start the healing journey. This is a very positive card to get, actually. That's why it is a positive card, because it is the beginning of healing. And then when the Moon comes, it often is healing through the art, It's more mystery, it's a little bit more danger, because everything is still in the dark. Nothing really is what they seem, and often very positive things seems like scary things, because it's like when you walk into a dark room and you see a shadow, you might think it's something frightening, but if you turn the light on, you see it's just a coat, or something like that, something innocent. So the Moon speaks about everything that we're afraid of as well, but we are now more equipped to deal with those fears and see them for actually what they are, not real in some way, like nothing really to be frightened of. And then when the Sun comes, it's like real purification of the spirit, and it's just joy and happiness of being free. The inner child has been saved, almost like it's that's why it is a child, actually, often used in symbolism with the sun. It is the inner child that has been liberated from all of the trauma. There's been some kind of reasoning, some kind of understanding that makes the traumatic part of life unable to hang on and hold back, so that the inner child and the person is free to go through life with joy. So that is the meaning of the Star, and it leads through the Moon to the Sun, through healing and liberation of the seeker. So isn't this a wonderful card to get? I hope you guys enjoyed that, and go to tarotingit.com for more tarot tutorials. Bye guys.